Hey y'all. Somebody asked just today, as a matter of fact, for a lesson on how to play this one, and excuse the camera angle because I'm missing my tripod today, so I set it on top of something. Hopefully it stays alright. But I wanted to run through this one, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use my own video of it from YouTube and play along with that, because I haven't played this one since I made that video. So what I'll do is I'll go through one piece at a time like I've done before, and just to start with, I'll show you how that little descending pattern goes. That one. So that's basically D, A, G, A. So you could, if you were strumming around a campfire, you could right like that. But of course, it's not like that. It's with this little D. Now, if you were going to bar a D, you'd probably do it like this. You know, second position D up here. But you're only playing the highest three strings of that. Like this is the Pete Townsend D chord from. He uses it all over the place. Like. All these chords are the same as those chords. So you do the open D string, and then G and B at the 7th, and then high E at the 5th. So it'll sound like that. Just those four strings, the highest four. And the main thing is to get this going on your picking. It goes. Like that. So that's, you have to start on the G string is the main one to start the thing. Or D and G both at the same time when you start the song. That's high E to B. So it's D right here. The second one is an A, which is the B and E at the 5th. G at the 6th. Still the D string stays open through all these. Then take that same shape and move it down 2. So now you're B and E at the 3rd, G at the 4th. That's just an A, you know, regular A. And you don't hit the high E on this chord, so you do. So that's a regular A, and then the B string is up to the 3rd fret, then second, then open, and then it's down to the G string at the 2nd fret. So keep that A chord fingered with those two fingers, and you just. Now I guess the trick, if you call it a trick, the tricky part is to get from this back up to this fairly immediately. So when you. You have to kind of slide it up there to get it up there that fast. So you'll notice I'm going back to that open D string to keep that, you know, kind of droney effect going on. But I'm going to play through that much of it, then hopefully I'll stop it. Whoops. Hold on, we're good. Okay, so you go through a bunch of those. In my opinion, this is the whole chord. This is the chord that makes the whole song. So that's low E at the 3rd fret. I don't know what it's called. Somebody will know. Low E at the 3rd fret for that G note, and then you mute the A. You know, kind of with the fleshy part under there, or just. But since you're kind of strumming it, you got to mute it with your middle finger. Then open D string, then G string 2nd fret. It's like a D. Just play a regular D chord, and then take your middle finger off and put it there instead. Right. So those two, the B string the 3rd, G string the 2nd, and then the low. So you don't play that high E string, and you don't play the A, or you mute it. So you get that. That's just an A. But for that, I don't play the A string. I just play the 3. So it's those two, that G thing, whatever G, D thing, whatever it is, to A. And then the end of it is D. So when you do that one, you have to go off the B string from 3 to 2. So when you do your D chord, this index finger is actually hitting the G string and the B string, because you're going to come off it. I guess you could do all that, but I just kind of play the D with this one all the way across. So then when you take your that's a G without the B string covered, G, A, and then it ends on D. So it goes. And this is when it starts over, and there's a little break, and I think he does he's playing on a 12 string, so it has a little bit of a different sound, but then it starts back over again, and that's where we are right now, I think. That's G and C. Down to A minor. Okay, so and then it goes, turn away from it all. That's G, C, G, C, G, C, A minor. Or you could play it as an A5, just the 3 strings, A string, D string, G string of your A chord, but it's an A minor. And that chord is that, what is that, F major 7. It's a regular F with the high E string open, and then with that chord, you're just taking your index finger and your ring finger, or your index finger and your middle finger off of that F major 7 chord. So the G and the B strings are now open on that chord. It goes to tender breath. Right, that's D, G, A, G, D. And that's where we are right now. So that's let's give ourselves one more chance. So then on the last time through, before it goes back into, you're just doing the same chords as we were doing, except now you're doing as first position chord. So that's D. Then it's all that same D where you take the B string off. So now all three of those are at the second fret. G, A. Then it starts over at the beginning. And that's essentially the end of it. And we'll run through it, but I think that's the end of it. So at the end, it just ends on that D chord, and those two notes are the highest two notes of a D chord. Your F sharp, the E string at the second fret, and then your D note, the B at the third fret. And it ends on an A. So I kind of whipped through it a little bit quickly, but I think if you break it into little chunks, it's not all that difficult. So good luck.